Joe spends his entire day sleep deprived. He wakes up, lays in bed, he just lays there for 20 minutes. And in the last 5 minutes, he gets out of bed, he rushes around. So he gets dressed, he brushes his teeth, all in like 5 minutes. So he can go to school and learn from his sleep deprived teacher. And at lunch, he talks to his sleep deprived friends. A couple years ago, when I was maybe like 12, 11, I would wake up and I would straight up. It would maybe be 8 o'clock, maybe 7:30 on a good day, and I would just lay there for like 20, 30, 40 minutes. I'd just lay there. So I don't want to get up. I don't want to go sleep. And the reason for that was because I had gone to sleep 2 a.m. the previous night. And I repeated this cycle for years. Literal, like, maybe months, but I'm pretty sure years, bro. Years. I'd stay up till 2 a.m. and wake up at 8 o'clock. Stay up and repeat. Right? Because, in those last early morning hours, I get a bit more stimulation from things like playing a game of chess or like some video game. Yeah, bro. And in the last 5 minutes, I would always rush to get to school. I did that for months, years. I always felt sleep deprived. I never felt good. I never, not one day would I feel, really like hype. I would like, every conversation would drain the energy out of me, like a real, like, oh. It wasn't good times, bro. The negative effects of sleep deprivation, are as follows: a lack of killer cells, a variation of emotion, a lack of cognitive ability, and a lack of energy. Okay, we'll go in depth on all of those in case you didn't understand all of them, like especially the killer cells one. So there are these things inside of your body, right? Like they're called killer cells. Now, when you sleep, it lets the killer cells kind of rest, recuperate, and then when you wake up, all the killer cells. So an hour before you're even woken up, this is really interesting. Say you wake up at 8, then from 7 till 8, your body, what it will do, it will go from a state of not having many killer cells, but it's kind of in there, and it's not coming out just yet. And then within the hour, it like lets all the killer cells into your body. And what these killer cells do is, say you get COVID, then when that COVID goes into your immune system, right, the killer cells will like fight off that COVID and get rid of it. And it's the same for like all diseases, right, like colds, bacteria. I'm not a scientist, right? Like this is just it's just something I think you can trust me on this one, but like, yeah, but I'm not a scientist, so I haven't got no facts or figures. I'll link in the description. Yeah, but it will basically fight off all these diseases that make your life really annoying. And that's why alarm clocks are so bad. Because basically before your body has spent an hour getting all the killer cells back, it just wakes up like, Jesus Christ, what was that? Oh. And you've got no killer cells, so you feel really bad and you feel really weak and just, ugh. And if you've ever felt like that when waking up, then you should definitely stop using that alarm. It's hard, but we'll go into how to not use an alarm clock later in the video. Okay, so the next one is emotional variation. So this is when your emotions go up and down, and then they stop, and then they go. Now, you might not have noticed this, but the second I say this, the next time you're sleep deprived, if you remember this, you'll instantly be like, oh yeah. So when you're sleep deprived, it's like if something funny happens, it's like really high. You're really happy, like for like maybe 1, 2, 3 seconds, and then it drops straight back down. Now this is not how emotions normally work. Normally, you hear something funny, it's like, yeah. That was pretty funny, yeah. But then sleep deprivation is like, So you see the, and then like it's the same for sadness, right? Like normally it's like, you see what I mean? So it really varies the the emotions, and that's not very good because then if somebody says a joke, you're only happy for like 2 seconds, and you don't even really feel happy afterwards. So that can really ruin your day, bro. It can also make you really sad and really just awful. And the next one is lack of energy. Okay, this should make somewhat sense, right? Lack of energy, like if you don't sleep, then you'll not really have any energy. If you have a full night of sleep, then you'll have so much energy. You've probably never had a full night of sleep, maybe a few times. Like, it's rare to find somebody who gets a full night of sleep on a daily basis nowadays. Now, so you have a lack of energy, and where were we again? A lack of cognitive ability, bro. Well, did we even cover that one? Oh, for goodness sake, bro. Okay, lack of cognitive ability. Okay, so I'm a bit sleep deprived today. I'm gonna be honest. I've been kind of lying throughout this video. I'm really sleep deprived right now. I don't think I got that much. Actually, I got like 11 hours of sleep, and that's not much for me. So I'm a bit sleep deprived right now. I have a special condition which makes me fatigued during the day, even after getting like literally 11 hours of sleep. I'm not joking. This is not some game. Like, I actually got 11 hours of sleep, and I'm sleep deprived right now. I think it's more like fatigued, but like it feels like sleep deprived. Like my eyes just want to close, bro. So lack of cognitive ability, bro. Sorry about that. Oh, but yeah, sleep deprivation also gives you a lack of cognitive ability, lack of concentration, and just doesn't. You can't think as well as you are when you're not like when. Sorry, bro. Lack of cognitive ability. So see, bro, I can't even record videos. Like, bro, imagine, like, bro, jeez, bro, it gets to you, bro. So it makes you dumber, basically. So hopefully, for all the smart geeks out there, that'll be like, what makes you so more, but better get this all. I've watched till the end now, even though we're like 8 minutes in. So. Okay. So here's a couple of facts for you guys. There's a lot of facts in this video, bro. Like I wasn't because most of the stuff I know about sleep is from data and kind of things I've learned from like specific like NHS news sources. Most of the things I talk about, like meditation, I've learned that from not so like factual sources. It's still a very good source, but like, so that's why there's so many facts in these videos. So, yeah, bro, is a fact for you, bro. The average sleep. I want you to guess what it is right now. Now you can pick any number. So 1, 4, 6, 8, just any number of how many hours you reckon the average person gets per night of sleep. Okay. Now, if you've done that, I'll give you the answer. 6. The average person gets 6 hours of sleep per night. And you know, we've all heard like 8 hours of sleep is good, and some people say like 9 hours, but we're somewhere in between there. So between 8 and 9 hours is pretty much the like recommended good amount of sleep. Yeah. You know, most people sleep for 8 hours. Well, no, sorry. Most people sleep for 6 hours. But here's the thing. You need to understand that time you spend inside of your bed is not the same as time you spend asleep. So people always get this messed up. Like, the average person gets this messed up. So if I lay on my bed and it's 1 o'clock and I say I'm gonna have a nap and I'm gonna awaken at 1:30, then I will maybe get 10 minutes of sleep if I'm lucky. Although I spent 30 minutes in bed. That's kind of how sleep works, right? So if you spend about 10 hours in bed, then you will get 8 hours of sleep. And this also means if you tell someone to get 8 hours of sleep, then they will spend 8 hours in bed and they will get 6 hours of sleep. And that is why the average is 6 hours. Because everybody's told to get 8 hours of sleep. But 8 hours of sleep, okay. If you want to go to sleep tonight and you want to wake up at 6 a.m. and you want to get a full night of sleep, what time do you go to bed? 8 p.m. If you want to get up at 6 a.m. tomorrow, then you need to go to sleep at 8 p.m. Not 10 p.m. No, don't lie to us, bro. 8 p.m. to get 8 hours of sleep and to spend 10 hours in bed. That is the truth, bro. Bro, now that you know that, bro, like, jeez, mate. Your life's gonna change, like, bro, I wish I was you right now. Okay, now we're gonna talk about what routines. So, you maybe heard of this before, like a morning routine, like a nighttime routine. This sound a bit dull, but basically all they are is a collection of things you do in the morning that you do pretty much every day. Like, you have a routine right now. You probably, you might, like, bro, your breath stinks, but maybe some of you, maybe some of you brush your teeth on a daily basis. And maybe some of you shower on a daily basis, and maybe some of you, like, we all get dressed in the morning, right? That's part of our morning routine, pretty much everybody. But I spent months waking up and not getting dressed. Straight up. I would wake up, not get dressed, and I would sleep in the same pajamas 2 nights in a row. That's not too bad if you get changed, but bro, I would spend like 100 hours in the same pajamas. That's crazy, bro. Okay, bro. Little side thing there. Okay, so you want a morning routine. So, what you want to do, second you wake up, I want you to try and remember this, because sometimes when you wake up, it takes a minute for you to remember everything from last night. So I want you to remember that you need to get out of bed straight away, as fast as possible, bro. Second you remember it, get out of bed. Just do it. Trust me, bro. Do it. The next thing I want you to do, now it's winter right now. I used to always do this back in the summer. I would literally get up, I would get straight out of bed, I'd put on my robe that I'm wearing now, and I would go straight outside and I'd look at the sun. Well, not directly at the sun, I'm not an idiot, but like the sky. And I'd lay there, I would sit there for like 5 to 20 minutes just staring at the sky. And it gets gets daylight into your eyes. It's hard to explain, but when you get daylight into your eyes, it's like you have a clock inside of your brain. And this clock knows what time it is. And when you get daylight into your eyes, it like, and you see the clock it's not like a normal clock. It's not always right 100% of the time. It's like, it's very average, right? Like, like maybe if it's 6:40, your brain clock might think it's 7:20. Like, did you ever look at a clock? And before you look at it, you probably know it's around 3 o'clock. And you look at it and it says 4 o'clock. And you're like, oh, okay. You already know what the time is, roughly. And what daylight does is that it makes your clock more precise, more accurate. And this helps with sleep. So when you get into sleep, instead of your brain being like, oh, well, it's pretty much close to the middle of the day, so it's not time to sleep. It's like, right, it's 8 o'clock. Sleep now. And that's what it does, basically. That's like a really like a dumb person way of looking at it. Like, it's a lot more scientifical, but we're not going to talk about any of that rubbish. One, because I'm not a scientist, and two, because it would be really boring, bro. Like, I'm not going to make 20-minute long boring videos for you guys. Comment if this is boring. Okay, your next routine will be your nighttime routine. So it's good to have a morning routine, and it's also good to have a nighttime routine. Now you might have heard of this thing before. It's called winding down. You probably do. Maybe you do. A lot of people do wind down before they go to sleep. Basically, the idea is don't go for a 10-hour jog. 10-hour jog? Who's going for 10-hour jogs? I don't think that's even possible. Okay, don't go for like a 30-minute jog, get really sweaty, and then be like, sleep. No, don't do that. That's kind of the idea of winding down. You you get from like the jogging 10 minutes kind of way in like say the afternoon, and then you slowly get into more of the relaxing, more the writing, more the video recording, more, and then you slowly, maybe sometimes I even play some relaxing sounds, like some like there's this thing I read somewhere. Apparently video game music can be good for sleep. Like straight up, like if you play like some Minecraft music, like or some Fortnite music, maybe nothing too like what do you call it, like hyper, like nobody clipped that. So don't play anything like really like loud or like irritating, but just some peaceful Minecraft music or some good Fortnite songs or some kind of nostalgic music. Apparently that really helps with sleep. Just wind down, get relaxed. What I like to do sometimes is I will literally lay on my floor here. Here I've got like kind of a leather. Well, it's fake leather, but it's like a fake leather kind of like, what do you call it? Like a mat? No, like a rug. Yeah, like a rug. And I'll just lay on that for like 10 minutes. And I'll just stare at the sky and just lay there and just think. And what this does, it kind of like really relaxes you. Like we're always like sitting on a chair or laying on a bed or like sitting down, but just laying on the floor, bro. No pillow, no nothing. Like it just really like gets you like, oh, like relax. Really good, bro. And also no blue light. So like phones or laptops or like anything like that. Now you might be like, oh, like I was a bit like, oh, but I need to do my thing, my blue arm. It's very important. But just it's not like that. It's like like do you have a task that you do pretty much every day, or do you have a task that you want to pretty much start doing every day? Like a lot of people read before bed. Um, Maybe it could be reading, it could be anything, and just do that before bed. Just do that before bed, and then that counts as winding down. You don't have to invent. You don't have to just sit on like the ceiling for like an hour straight just to get to sleep. Just do a task that you do every day. Anything like maybe even playing guitar. Like if I was me and I didn't know what I know, then I would just say play guitar for an hour before going to bed. That's what Joe should do, bro. Just anything, bro. Drinking water. I don't know, reading a book. Doing some sick tunes. Like doing some arts and craft. Like I'm not gonna give you another million examples, but you kind of get what I mean. And the final example. Yeah, this video is so long, bro. The final example is exercising. So, exercising is really good because basically it's like if you sit in your bed all day, like 12 hours a day, yeah, obviously, bro, you're going to have struggle like getting to sleep. A lot of people say with sleep not to lay on your bed all day, and because then when you lay in your bed, your brain knows not to go to sleep. I don't agree with that because your bed is really comfortable, right? And when I'm like watching a YouTube video, I really like to lay on it because it's just so comfortable, bro. It's like designed to be comfortable, and you're telling us not to lay on it. Like we're going to lay on it. Come on. But what I do is I never, ever get in my bed during the day. Never get in your bed. It's okay to lay on it for like an hour and a half. Don't lay in it all day because bro, you probably shouldn't be doing that end off, whether it's a bed or a sofa or anything. But like just hour and a half just watching a YouTube video, it's not the end of the world. Yeah, so anyway, final thing is exercising, bro. If you exercise every day, you'll find that your sleep gets a lot better, bro. Like you'll start getting a lot more tired every time you go to sleep, because you've just been working so hard today. You need to get sweaty every single day. Yeah, bro. Okay, bro. 20 minutes, jeez. I want to try a new outro thing. My name is Sam. Our name is Seven. Hope you get some good sleep tonight, bro. Goodbye, boys.